पे चले लू कमाल चाल रे हेलो
Giyu grew up alongside his older sister, Tsutako Tomioka. When he was still a child, his sister sacrificed herself to protect him from the demons. After the death of Tsutako, Giyu tried to tell others that a demon had killed her. However, he was labeled as mentally ill and was sent away to one of his relatives, a doctor. Giyu ran away during the journey there and almost died on a mountain, but he was rescued and became apprenticed under Sukonji Urukodaki. Giyu was 13 years old when he met Sabito while training under Sukonji, and they became good friends due to their similar pasts and age. Together, they entered the final selection on Mount Fujikasane. Unfortunately, Giyu was injured after a demon's attack and was saved by Sabito, who defeated nearly every demon on the mountain. However, after the week went by, it was revealed to Giyu that Sabito was the only one who died during their selection. As a result of this, Giyu started developing doubt about the authenticity of his position after becoming the Water Hashira.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. That could happen. That's your kid there. Your kid can hit their head there, hit their head there, hit their head there, or get down safely. Massive rocks on a playground. Just makes sense, doesn't it? La, 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 la. Quite dangerous. That's going to snap your kid's shin straight in half. Your kid needs rock climbing chalk to be using this equipment. Oh my god, I love binoculars! Concussion. What is this doing here? They're going to run straight into that. How's that safe? This is your kid.
Infinity Castle Arc. Following Kagaya's death, Giyu is seen with the other Hashira attacking Muzan Kibutsuji. He eventually enters Nakim's Infinity Castle alongside Tanjiro. The two are soon ambushed by Akaza. Tanjiro begins engaging Akaza in a fight, who lunges forward to attack first forcefully. Tanjiro is narrowly able to escape the blow using Hinukami Kagura, Fire Wheel, to flip over Akaza. After witnessing their small scuffle, Giyu stands amazed at Tanjiro's techniques, thinking of how his ability is equal to that of a Hashira. He recalls the snowy day when they first met, and how all he could do was beg for his sister's life, compared to how he can now fight without losing his life or dignity. Giyu uses the water-breathing, flowing dance to maneuver around Akaza, the latter recognizing him as the Water Hashira, and stating it has been 50 years since he had faced a Hashira that uses the water-breathing. Akaza responds by using his destructive death, forcing him to defend himself. Tanjiro appears from behind, using Hinukami Kagura to slash Akaza's neck, only for the blow to miss and for the demon to appear behind him instead, about to punch through his neck. Tanjiro nearly gets hit when Giyu saves him by slicing Akaza's arm off using the water breathing. However, Akaza's arm grows back almost instantly, and Giyu quickly attacks again with Tanjiro. Akaza sees him trying to slice his foot and uses leg-type Crown Splitter, knocking the Demon Slayer. Tanjiro crouches down to soak up the pain, leading Giyu to face Akaza alone. Akaza compliments his opponent's sword and asks for his name, only to be denied. "I don't have a name to tell a demon, and I hate talking, so don't bother." The demon happily responds he loves talking and will continue asking till he gives in. Akaza then uses another technique to hit his blade handle and knocks the Hashira away through several walls. Soon Giyu returns, angered at the searing pain in his back and sarcastically thanking the Upper Moon for blasting him through the wall. As Giyu and Akaza face each other, Giyu comments on why he fights. He doesn't want to battle to his best ability, and he doesn't like battles where opponents continually swing for fun. But before now, he had never faced someone who quickly overwhelmed him. As he finally understands the moments of life and death in a battle that truly tests one's abilities, Tanjiro watches as Giyu unlocks his Demon Slayer mark. Giyu rushes forward and swings, the blade just missing Akaza's neck. Akaza tries to punch his head off, but the Hashira ducks down and swings again, with the demon bending back to escape the strike. Akaza realizes the mark has appeared, and his speed has now increased. Giyu uses his water-breathing, fourth form striking tide and slices through Akaza's forearm. However, The latter had attacked and struck the side of Giyu's head. Seeing Akaza open from Giyu's blow, Tanjiro attempts to use the Hinukami Kagura on the Upper Moon's exposed neck, but Akaza catches the blade without even seeing it. After that, Akaza begins to overwhelm Giyu, the latter having used all his water-breathing forms only for Akaza to adapt to all of them immediately. The Upper Moon decides to finally kill him, commending the Hashira for lasting this long in battle. As Tanjiro attempts to enter the selfless state, Giyu tries to directly strike the demon's head. Akaza responds by dodging the blow, then using the side of his fist to break Giyu's Nichiren sword. As Giyu becomes stunned at having his sword broken, Akaza farewells him before crouching down, preparing to punch through his stomach. Suddenly, Akaza's hand falls off, saving Giyu from getting hit. Tanjiro has managed to enter the selfless state and bypass Akaza's compass needle. As Giyu looks on at Tanjiro's new appearance and power, Akaza's body becomes stricken with uncertainty at Tanjiro's changed aura. He deploys his final form technique deployment final form blue-silver chaotic afterglow. Giyu looks at this new threat and is uncertain if he can negate it with his dead calm technique. Giyu cannot defend himself from Akaza's new technique and is knocked back against the wall. The demon commends him for surviving such a large number of fatal blows and tells him, "Don't die like Kyojuro and Tanjiro, become a demon, Giyu." However, the Water Hashira becomes confused, wondering how Akaza can state that he killed Tanjiro, with Tanjiro standing right behind him. He realizes maybe he can't sense his partner, and mutters to Tanjiro to go for the neck, now that Akaza is unaware. Instead, Tanjiro calls out to the Upper Moon and declares he will decapitate him, annoying Giyu for announcing his attack out loud. I mean, this is ordinary anime stuff. The attack doesn't count if you don't shout right before it. Everyone knows that. Akaza attempts to swipe the Demon Slayer's head, only for Tanjiro to duck down to safety. Akaza wonders how he is able to avoid his final form, but assures himself that he is safe since his compass needle will sense any incoming attack. Suddenly, he realizes he cannot sense anything, seeing Tanjiro as entirely different from before, shocking him. With Tanjiro's battle spirit seemingly gone, Akaza tries to calm himself and believes he will be able to sense an attack. However, without warning, his head is sliced off by Tanjiro using the Hinukami Kagura, Setting Sun transformation. With Giyu stunned at Tanjiro's feet, Akaza declares this impossible, unable to sense what happened. The upper rank tries to put his head back on his neck with the resolve to continue fighting. However, Giyu flings his broken sword at his head, knocking it away from Akaza's grasp. Upon seeing Akaza's body not disintegrating, Giyu and Tanjiro start to worry. Akaza's headless body activates Destructive Death, Compass Needle again, and immediately attempts to hit Tanjiro's neck, barely missing and knocking Tanjiro unconscious. Giyu sees Akaza going for his unconscious comrade and uses water breathing to stop him, though the cuts instantly heal. Giyu then declares that if Akaza wants to kill Tanjiro, he needs to kill him first. Akaza sees his indomitable spirit, one that doesn't bend in the face of any obstacle. As Giyu readies to fight Akaza once more, he realizes the severity of the situation. He has reached his limit, his senses are failing, his body is numb, and his breathing is the only thing keeping him up. Giyu focuses on protecting the unconscious Tanjiro, resolving never to let friends or family die on his watch again, knowing Tanjiro would do the same. Suddenly, Akaza stops his regeneration. He unlocks memories from his past and recalls his father, wife, and Kaizo. Finally, he decides that he doesn't want to fight anymore and gives up. Tanjiro and Giyu watch as his body finally fades into ash. A Kasugai crow calls out in the aftermath of the battle. Tanjiro and Giyu have managed to defeat Upper Moon 3 but are now unconscious. After some time, the duo regains consciousness and attempts to find other demon slayers.